Champagne is indeed a glamorous drink, but its makers have had to overcome numerous obstacles to continue to bring it to us. And as we have seen with Nicole Barbe-Clicquot, Louise Pomery, and Camille Roederer, women have played an incredibly important role in the history of Champagne. In fact, the business of Champagne owes much of its success to women. Our final stop on this Champagne journey together is a visit with Carol Duval-Leroy, which is pronounced Leroy in English. Carol became a widow at a young age and took over her family firm as CEO in 1991. Champagne Duval-Leroy has been operating from the same premises since 1859. It is now recognized as one of the top champagne brands. It is also one of the last wholly owned family firms. Many champagne firms have been sold to larger, publicly traded companies. The industry has consolidated greatly in recent years. Duval-Leroy has achieved numerous awards and has one of the most up-to-date and efficient production operations in Champagne. Carol is also a chef and has her own cookbook with some recipes with champagne as an ingredient. She is yet another, very special Champagne lady. Carol, will you tell us about the beginnings of your champagne house?
Yes. La maison Duval-Leroy a été créée en 1850.
Duval-Leroy has been founded in 1859, so during the 19th century. This company is one of the last companies whose the CEO still wears the name of the company. And Carol, the sons of Carol has three sons who are the sixth generation, who will manage the company, of course, in the next future.
You were 36 years old when you became the CEO of this company.
Oui, j'ai repris la tête de la maison, la direction de la maison.
Carol Duval was 36 years when she took the reins of this company after the death of her husband Jean-Charles in 1991. And then she entered into this world of women managing companies. And this has been the beginning of a great start.
Femme champenoise à 36 ans.
Many Americans reserve champagne only for very special occasions such as weddings and toasts.
Alors là, c'est très bien déjà.
Carol Duval-Leroy agrees for the fact that champagne is for celebrations, but there are so many opportunities and occasions to drink champagne and to pair champagne and food. You can make a whole dinner with champagne, 7 courses, 7 different wines, and but champagne has to stay both concepts, celebration and food. You can drink champagne every day.
Comme c'est un vin, on peut le boire pendant tout le déjeuner ou tout le dîner. Il peut accompagner beaucoup de repas.
In the last 2 centuries, there have been some very successful female business leaders in the champagne world. Have they ever inspired you?
Pas spécialement, mais je suis très fière de rentrer.
Carol Duval has not been especially inspired by this woman, but she does respect them, like Mrs. Bollinger, Mrs. Roederer, Mrs. Pomery, and she hopes that what she will do in this company will stay as we have the souvenir of these wonderful ladies, and she hopes it will be the same kind of story for her. In this company, we have 43% of women in this company. The winemaker is a woman, the financial manager is a woman, and so we are very, I would say for Carol Duval it has been a real challenge anyway to introduce this male world of men managing companies in Champagne.
Duval-Leroy has a wonderful connection to America with Leroy Neiman, the American artist. Would you explain?
Oui, Duval-Leroy est...
Carol Duval has been introduced to Leroy Neiman many years ago, before the millennium, and now they are very good friends. And Leroy Neiman loves France, Paris, and Champagne. And he did for Carol this scene on this bottle, which is a scene of Paris. You can see the Eiffel Tower and everything. And we have launched this bottle before the millennium, just before the millennium, to honor and make the feast for the millennium.
Un peu le cheval de bataille de la maison. Et il y a comme dessin la Tour Eiffel, c'est tous les monuments de Paris. Et je trouvais ça très sympathique.
It's a very beautiful bottle.
Nous avons une petite bouteille de Lady Rose, rosée.
Yes, Carol wants to have this wonderful story about the United States. And she was attending a special lunch in Louisiana, in New Orleans. This lunch was mainly focused on women making kitchen, making cooking. And at the end of the lunch, she showed to everyone this small bottle. We have a half bottle of rosé, and she gave to each person this half bottle of rosé. But she said, "Okay, enjoy this wine, but I have a problem. I'm looking for a name for this bottle." So everyone said, "Okay, we have to look after that," and they made a kind of guess on small pieces of paper. And at the end, we found the name. Carol made a decision that the name of the bottle would be Lady Rose, and the name of Lady Rose, which I remind you is a special rosé for dessert, a sweet one, was found at this lunch in New Orleans.
Oh, that's terrific. Wonderful. Can you tell us about your Cuvée Femme and how you came to select that name?
Alors, Cuvée Femme. La Cuvée Femme,
Femme has been is our special cuvée, and the first vintage which has been issued has been 1990. And Femme is something more than a special cuvée, because you can see on the bottle the different letters. You have a G like Julian, a C like Charles, L like Louis, and so this is I would say the emblem of the company. So it shows that we are really a family-owned company, because the whole family stays on the bottle.
C'est notre bouteille.
So now I suggest to drink it.
Great. Let's do
go.
it.
Et là, c'est un vintage 96.
And we are now pouring the 96 vintage.
Okay.
We have made 1995, and then we switched to 96. Carol, would you please try that? Taste that?
C'est très très bon.
Carol Duval-Leroy is saying that it's very good.
You're making me thirsty.
Carol wants to say, which is very important, that champagne is more than bubbles. It's a wine, and you can see in these glasses the lightness of the wine, the lightness of the bubbles, and it's really, we are much closer to wine than just bubbles. Cheers.
Santé.
Santé. À notre santé.
Cheers.
C'est très fruité. Comme,
Very fruity.
Very fruity.
very light.
Very light,
Delicious.
very fruity. The flavor of the Chardonnay. Majority of Chardonnay in this blend. And the blend is just the top of the Grand Cru in Champagne.
It's very, very, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, you're very welcome.
Please tell us about your gorgeous vineyard.
Alors ici, nous sommes à Vertus, au cœur de la Côte des Blancs.
Carol Duval-Leroy says that you are just located in the vineyard of Vertus. Vertus is in the heart of the Côte des Blancs.
Ici où vous voyez, tout ça c'est du Chardonnay.
We are located in a few Grand Cru, and we own also a clos, which is called the Clos des Bouveries.
Et aussi dans les meuniers. dans le chardonnay. Ça, c'est une feuille de chardonnay.
We are surrounded by this wonderful vineyard of Chardonnay. Chardonnay is one of the best cépages in the world to make champagnes and wines. I remind you that champagne is a wine.
Que cette fleur.
So this is the typical leaf of Chardonnay, which is very different from Pinot Noir and Meunier. And this is the part of grape which will become champagne in a few days. In fact, the flowering process is nearly finished now, and we need 100 days between that spot and the harvest.
What is your favorite food pairing with champagne?
Alors, mon hobby, it's cooking. Donc, on m'a demandé de faire des recettes. Beaucoup de gens me...
Her hobby is really cooking, and as she had more and more demands for sending recipes to people to pair champagne and food, so she made the decision to write the book.
Ce livre pour ça, pour montrer qu'on peut, avec tous les mets, aussi bien des cakes, des choses easy cooking.
What's the name of your book?
Femme.
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 Perfect. On a personal note, I want you to know I admire you tremendously for overcoming an early tragedy, and now you have measurable business success with growth and expansion, and I think a lot of women look up to you and would like to emulate you. You're a terrific role model. So thank you very much. And thank you, Asti. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you for coming. Thank
You
you
are
very much.
welcome.
As a matter of fact, champagne is very versatile. And being versatile, there is always an angle in the wine which can match many different sorts of food. If, for example, we are talking of international food, if you pair champagne with poultry or with fish, and mostly with salmon or white fishes, it will always work. Easy. If we are talking of meat, you can have something like lamb served with a rosé champagne. If we are talking of desserts, you can serve it with semi-dosé champagnes, I mean with from our range, for example, with Nectar Impérial, which is a sweeter, slightly sweeter champagne. But what I prefer myself is Sunday brunch. You know, whatever it is, Sunday brunch, I mean eggs, it might be salads, it might be even a sandwich, a club sandwich with champagne. It's just fantastic.
Do you have any favorite personal pairings with champagne?
Well, the one which I think of in this season is duck braised on a barbecue with rosé champagne. It's great because it's a wine which is easy to drink and it's exactly what I need for an informal occasion.
Sounds good. Sounds delicious. Remy, what are your personal favorite pairings?
With Krug? Well, I am very eclectic and I have a chance to travel all over the world. And Krug is so complex and so versatile. It has so many facets that there is an immense array of things we can do. Of course, the great classic, caviar, smoked salmon, etc., the kind of the must and classic, great. But you go into all sorts of food, spicy food. I love spicy food and Krug, and I do that a lot when I go to the Far East, but even in France. You can have also very country food sometimes, you know, in Italy, bollito or shavings of Parmigiano, cheese, as aperitif. It's very simple, but it's delicious. You can break rules in a way. You don't have to stick to the do's and don't. There are only few enemies. Let's put it this way: when you've said few enemies, and everything else will work. When you serve something which is very acidic, the acidity, you know, like a grapefruit salad or something like that, the acidity will clash with the freshness of the Krug, and will make Krug taste a bit harder, and will lose the kind of mellowness of Krug. The bitterness, if you have something very bitter, but again very bitter, not slightly, but very bitter, again it will actually stay in your mouth and make the taste of the wine almost metallic. Something very cold, if you drink a sorbet, then with the cold of the champagne, they are cold on cold, it becomes excessive, and again it kind of burns your buds, and you will not enjoy. And I said bitter, yes, I said bitter, and of course something very sweet too. If you have something very sweet, again it will possess your palate, and whatever you drink to that will be kind of hidden, covered by that. Now, if you have eliminated excess of acidity, excess of bitterness, excess of sugar, or excess of cold, etc., everything else, go there, try and enjoy, because you will find that there are a million things you can do which maybe are not on the papers, they're not told by official gurus who tell you the do's and don'ts. Break them, enjoy, be happy. This is for being happy, and this is not for being locked in a safe, worshipped, and you're locked by rules and things, etc., which you feel frozen and you feel intimidated to break. Break rules and go ahead and be happy. I even had, it sounds like a joke, but I even had, popcorn with Krug du Mesnil, which is, of course, outrageous. It's kind of extravagant. But for God's sake, it was delicious. Okay. I don't say you should do that, but if you do it, you will find a lot of happiness and fun in doing that.
What is your favorite pairing?
With champagne, I like Parmesan cheese.
How?
Fried.
Fried?
Yeah.
How do you fry it?
Just crumble Parmesan in the...
A pan, a sauté.
Okay.
With champagne. It sounds yummy.
Really
Terrific.
good.
Yeah, okay, great. What is your favorite pairing?
I think that my favorite pairing with Dom Pérignon is white truffle. White truffle because I think it's really difficult to pair white truffle with wine, but Dom Pérignon has this specific aroma which are going so well with white truffle.
What is your personal favorite pairing with some of your Pommery champagnes?
Okay, of course, the champagne is not a product that you drink only in aperitif, with aperitif. You can drink champagne with a lot of food. For example, with this one, the Cuvée Femme, it's very easy to drink it with lobster, homard. Okay. If you want to eat a product with more body, more heavy, like for example poule de Bresse, poulet à la crème, you can drink this one. Is a vintage 98, or it's possible to drink with this one, the Brut Royal. So two products more accessible than the Cuvée Femme that you can drink with poule de Bresse, for example. Okay. If you want some product, fresh product, it's with some, for example, with avocado. Avocado. It's easy to drink the summertime. It's only a Blanc de Blanc, and you have a very fresh product with the avocado, for example. And if you want to taste soup de fruits, for example,
strawberry soup
with only red fruits. Without sugar, please. Without sugar.
Okay,
please.
got it.
Okay, you can drink this one. This one is a springtime, and it's a rosé. It's a brut rosé for Pommery, and very fresh product with some red fruits. It's very interesting too. So, like you can see, you can eat from the beginning to the end of the lunch or dinner with champagne. So, if you have some champagne Pommery in your cellar, you have no problem. You can drink all over the lunch.
Terrific. What is your favorite pairing?
Well, with champagne, champagne is so versatile. There's so many different things that you can pair it with. The Champagne Charlie 1985 is absolutely exquisite with mushroom risotto, for example. Then you have a champagne like our Blanc de Millau, The current vintage is 1995, and that with poached salmon is absolutely spectacular.
Oh,
as
it sounds
well.
marvelous. What is your personal favorite pairing with Cristal?
I would say Cristal.
Perfect.
Yeah, I like to drink it alone, of course, in the morning, in the afternoon, all the day long. It can be drink alone easily. But if I would have to choose some pairing, food pairing for Cristal, I would say fish, more fish, and especially raw fish. It's very good with, I've tasted in Japan last month, and it was absolutely incredible with raw fish.
Yum, sounds good.
I love Coq Rosé with lobster. I love it with crab. I love it with dark chocolate. Strange enough, bitter dark chocolate, and then the rosé will kind of capture it. I love it with spicy food, Asian food. It's fabulous. All sorts of fish, light meat, veal, poultry, chicken. Bollito in Italy, you have a bollito and a glass of Coq Rosé. But again, if my hit parade is lobster, you have a main lobster which you cook as simply as you can, and a glass of Coq Rosé, and you are in heaven.
Wonderful. I so hope you've enjoyed listening to these experts on the inspiring history of champagne, and that the next time you take a look at a beautiful glass of champagne bubbles, you'll think of all the wonderful people who brought it to you, especially those who faced extreme adversity but who never gave up. Through the devastating wars, revolutions, and young deaths, and many more obstacles, the people of Champagne keep adapting and moving forward, and so should we all. We should refuse to quit on our goals and dreams too. Thank you for watching. I'm Kristen Smith, and until we meet again, please drink champagne responsibly, and I send my best wishes to you for a happy and healthy year ahead. Here's to you. That's fantastic.